What's going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to do a market update that from what I see here is another shakeout on Bitcoin. It looks like these market makers are continuing this 5-month chop range. Chop meaning just basically sideways, slowed down. Some people call it time capitulation as well. You know, these are tactics they use for you to shake out your Bitcoin and exchange hands, so to speak. That's the technical term. They're taking your Bitcoin, scaring you from these news like war. There's like a war theme, like seems every 5 years or something like that. So in my experience, and as well as smart investors and traders, they do not look at war as being a factor. If anything, war typically is a bullish thing, believe it or not, in historically. So as far as Mount Gox as well, that's been something that was that initial scare maybe some weeks ago to a couple months now. Bitcoin went down to 50K, even down to high 40s. But if you actually take the measured move, I'm gonna put it on the weekly now. I mean, we're still at the all-time high area, a little bit below it, and we're holding well. So if I just pull a simple Fibonacci level from the swing high, macro swing high to the macro swing low of this last cycle, then let's see what numbers we get. Looks like we went down to 50, roughly the golden pocket right there. So that is textbook. Anytime in Wyckoff, right? You got the buying climax, you got a preliminary support, which is like right here. You got the selling climax right here. You got an automatic rally, which is right here. You got some STs, and then you finally break out into like an SOS, I would say, here. And after that, if you're familiar, it's the and I can pull it up here. Just while we're on the topic, is the backup phase and the LPS, which is where we're at. So there's a lot of nuances and different variances. Like for this website, it has accumulation schematic 1. There's up to like 5 different types of schematics, but this is kind of like the general one that you could see. So again, the buying climax would be up here at Bitcoin 69K. Selling climax, well, the PS would be right here, right around 20K, and then selling climax, the exhaustion of all the selling, right there at about 15K. Then you got the automatic rally, which is, I believe it's here, because it touched a 0.5 fib right there. So that's minimum for an AR, is especially on Bitcoin, is a 0.5 fib retracement, 50% up recovery. And that's what we got there. And then you got these STs. But of course, in this schematic doesn't show exactly how it happened, but it continues to accumulate while it's going up. So that's why it caught a lot of people off guard. But we are here at the SOS area above the AR here, and it looks like the BU, which means backup, or the last point of supply, is right here. Sorry, I'm moving between different charts here. Right here. So we touched it, I don't think we're going any lower. Anything is possible, sure, but my bets are that we are not. It looks like we have to just get through August and September. Those are always historically on average negative months anyway, right? So actually, let me pull up a chart. We could actually go through that right now. I'm kind of just freeballing this episode. 1 second here. Alright, I had it saved here on my computer actually. This is the Bitcoin seasonality average monthly chart, and as you see here, it measured the data from 13 years. It's essentially the entire history of Bitcoin. So that's a lot of data. I mean, as much data as we can, right? It's only been out for like a decade. But as you see, every month, average, you have a positive, but August and September is actually the negative ones. So this is just like how it is, like every cycle and every year, really. Nothing. They say every cycle is a little different, and but it is a little bit the same. So just different news, different tools they could bring out. For example, war, or Japan this, China banned that. These are all psyops, just for you to get confused. Analysis paralysis, right? Deer in the headlight syndrome. So anyway, that's my stance. We're gonna have a bullish Q4, and we're gonna get this bull run started very soon. So I'm very excited for that. As far as ETH, we're in the same situation. As you see, we're still. It's also like a kind of like a shakeout, but we are holding last week's lows, so that's a good thing. And I expect these lows to stay. I don't think Ethereum's going below 2100. And if I were to pull a macro fib from, oh, it looks like I already did it earlier. Let me go ahead and delete some stuff here. Let me hide these indicators. I'm going to measure the macro all-time high, right, with the macro low for the bear market. I'm going to extend the lines to the right side, that way you could see it. And let's see where we're at. We are right in the golden pocket again. Looks like we're not holding as well as Bitcoin. Remember Bitcoin, we were at the next to the 0.88, as well as we barely touched the 786. And Ethereum has dipped, still in the golden pocket, but it's in the 618. So this is typically the time where actually Ethereum's probably gonna lead in this next leg up. So if you're bullish on the next leg up, ETHBTC, let's go through that now. It's very important. One of the most important charts you will ever come across crypto, especially if you're playing the altcoin game. And let's be honest, like 99.5%, 99.9% of traders are playing in alts, right? Bitcoin is kind of the boring play, although smart people use altcoins to accumulate more Bitcoin. So this chart is Ethereum denominated in Bitcoin. As you see, there are seasons where it is much better to hold Ethereum. As you see here, it went up like what, 3x or more. Let me see if I can pull up another chart here. Yeah, so I'm going to be able to. I didn't want to delete that chart, but I'll be able to play it here and show you. See 4x here, 5x there, 100%. I'm going to take the actual time too, measure the time. So from February 2017 to June 2017, that's like what? Only 4 months. You got a 12x. You know, you put in 1 Bitcoin, you could come out on top with 12 Bitcoin at the end if you played it. You know, obviously no one plays it perfectly, but you could potentially get 12, right? Or even if you get 80% of the move, 70% of the move, that's still like 10 Bitcoin that you could gain from just playing that. And it wasn't just this cycle, right? Because that was like a first cycle as far as you know, the cycles haven't barely started, being that, you know, it's a new market. But even if you get it from here, from March 2021, for example, and you play it till the high here of May, or even somewhere around here, because if we use that 4 or 5 months time frame, what is that, like 120 days? So 120 days, like around here. Let's say you played it 120 days, you would still get double. 100% is doubling your Bitcoin. Of course, if you bought it even below here at the very low, I mean, you could, like, as you see, 5x your Bitcoin. So there are seasons where Ethereum does outperform Bitcoin. Here we got it right before. Yeah, it looks like we got it before the all-time high in 2017 cycle there. And in this iteration of the cycle, we got it at the high. Yeah, we got it at the end of the cycle as well. So looks like, honestly, we are at a pretty good position right now if you're going to buy some alts. This is a ETH to Bitcoin domination, but even if I do a fib level, not saying that we're going to get new highs or anything, but even if we get up to this area again, or just tap the golden pocket to be conservative, right? We're looking at, well, only 60%. This chart is essentially a risk-on indicator. So if this is going up even just 60%, 50%, that means Ethereum and Bitcoin most likely, because every time this goes up, right, Bitcoin is going up too. It just means that Ethereum is going up more than Bitcoin. And if Ethereum is going up more, then the ecosystem that it has within itself, right, goes up more. So that's why I wanted to touch on NEIRO now. NEIRO, our favorite dog coin on this channel. I called this coin at what, 50 mil, 40 mil on my Twitter, X. And we're sitting at, right now, let's take a look. As you see, we're just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, where we're just chopping slowly down. And if I pull that fib level from the swing high to the swing low, looks like I did it here for you guys, we're still within the golden pocket. So those are very good things to see. If you're closing a lot of, macro candles like a 3-day, 5-day below the lower edge of the golden pocket, then it's not gonna be good. That's danger right there. But definitely looking pretty good overall. You see the volume here. We're definitely having buyers step in. It's not enough to actually crash the price, so that's a good thing. This is a lot of accumulation is what it is. Whales are accumulating. We see the SHIB community coming on board as, the first coin they've ever endorsed since SHIB, anything in the SHIB ecosystem actually. And believe it or not, that Twitter of the official SHIB coin has followed NEIRO on Twitter, and they've only followed 25 people. So, the writing is on the wall with this one. This one kind of gives SHIB vibes. We had Dogecoin, we've had SHIB, right? And now we have NEIRO. So, I personally, and this is of course speculation, no one really know for sure, but I mean, if you're going to bet, if I'm going to bet on a meme, it's going to be the third iteration of Doge, which of course I just mentioned. Doge, then we had SHIB, now we have NEIRO. This cycle's dog coin that will shine. And we're only at 180 million market cap right now. I actually bought some more at 19 cents, 190 million. So I bought again like here at 40 to 60. I bought some at 100. And then I rebought some more here too. So I am of course not a whale, but I am definitely. I have more of NEIRO than I have bread. Let's just go with that. I have quite a bit of bread as well. I kind of caught that, I would say, semi-early, not as early as NEIRO. I bought it like at 300 mil. Right now, bread's sitting at about $1 billion. So I'm still about 3x up on that. I believe it will have a huge leg up as well. But NEIRO, I think there's definitely room for another contender. Doge community on this, the list goes on. Like, there was a Spaces today, actually, August 16, 2024. Today of the recording, right? That people from the SHIB team was in and essentially speaking and hosting. So to say they're in is an understatement, really. I would personally, get in, not financial advice. It's within the golden pocket. It's already down about 40%, right? Yeah, it's down 40% right now. If you're looking for more, I think that's greedy. This is a really good coin. You could obviously DCA now, and if it goes lower, well, you can buy some more. But I would definitely buy at these prices. It's it's a really good DCA level. So we'll see from here how it comes out to be. But I am expecting, if you just zoom out, if you guys were here for width, dog with hat, it also chilled out at the 150, 200 range, and that's exactly where we're at right now with NEIRO. So let me just go check that out real quick, and then we'll end this video because it is getting long. And then dog with hat went to 5 billion. So we're definitely able to pull some crazy numbers, aren't we? It was also a dog coin. People just love their dogs, I guess. Don't mid-curve it. If you watched my last video about mid-curving, you're going to have analysis paralysis. You're going to overcomplicate it. Simplicity is key. So the move will happen with or without you. So just realize simplicity is key. And, you know, this narrative on NEIRO is just too good. Too easy, in my opinion. Anyway, so here it did chill out at... Okay, let me zoom in more because it looks like we're way in the past. I mean, way in the current. This is the early days of Dog with Pat, right? It's had an all-time high similar to NEIRO. It's dipped. It chilled in the 200 million region and even dipped below it, right? It's normal. This is all normal. Now, if you take the measured percentages that it's lost, this one went down to 85%. Imagine if you capitulated there at 80%, 70%. That would be the time to buy, you know? That would be the time for me. Like, I would start buying at, if I were, you know, in this for the longer run, 50, 40 to like 70%. If I get more, possibly, right? Like 80. But I'm happy with up to 70%, personally. So anyway, it's made macro higher highs since then, higher lows, higher highs, right? And eventually the sellers were exhausted, and then it just went up and up and up and up and up. Let's take this measured move. It nearly 20x in a month. Can you believe that? So NEIRO definitely has the potential to do this as well. Alright, this video is getting long, but we're gonna keep an eye on NEIRO on this channel for sure. We're also big in Brett as a meme coin. As far as AI, we're really into desync. And for gaming, I'm really into Moon Tropica right now. They actually had some really big news today. They partnered with, let me just show it. Partnered with Superverse, yeah, officially. And as you see, that's David Becker, or Alex Becker, sorry, as the kind of the mascot for this. And as we know, he's like the face of gaming and the face of crypto now. So writing's on the wall with that one. Alright guys, catch you on the next one. Leave a comment, follow me on Twitter, like my page. Follow my Twitter at Harris Country, and I do post quite a bit there. See here, I posted recently an hour ago on Ka. We got some good engagement as well. 5 likes in just an hour. That's pretty good for a channel like mine. Anyway, only really talking about the best of the best in my opinion. Trying to play this cycle as well as I can, and as simply as I can, right? Not trying to overcomplicate things, because being in the cycle, or any cycle, a lot of people believe, and I used to also, that just being in the cycle I'm going to make money, but that is just simply not the case. You have to be 99% of the people. I'll talk more about that on the next video. But yeah, leave a comment what you think and any suggestions on videos that I could do next. It would be definitely appreciated, and I read them all. Alright,